if he sees me in a certain mood, he wants to know what's happening to me. If I'm not well, is he there? Is she there? How is he looking out for my welfare? Children are smart. Unfortunately, in our part of the world, we feel, oh, we can just walk into them and then have our way. It doesn't work that way.
Not at all.
Psychologically, they think about a whole lot of things that sometimes we as adults, we don't think about.
But how did you manage? I mean, you were in a similar situation, but yours was looking at blended family.
Okay. Basically, it was supposed to happen, but unfortunately it didn't. But then I made a conscious effort at getting the woman's children to feel that I am a father to them. How did I do that? From the beginning, it wasn't easy. Okay. And like, yes, the father is still alive. So you are now coming in. Mommy has just brought in someone. How do we address him? Uncle? Or what? So from the beginning, you are uncle.
Yeah.
But then when they see your commitment,
your role hasn't been perfected enough.
Thank you. So until they see your commitment to them, as in, okay, you pick them from school, you help them with their homework. Children know the one that genuinely cares about them. They know. We shouldn't downplay that thing. So as time went on, I became daddy.
From uncle to daddy.
Yes.
You earned it.
Yes. I became daddy. To the extent that even the last one...
Was it, not to cut you, was it that the mother had to consciously tell them that he's daddy, or you earned it?
But I think both ways. Yes, I think it works both ways. Because, yes, the mother also played her part by letting them know that, okay, this is the person I'm now going out with. So he's going to be your dad. Okay, so I believe from that point. But she can do that. But if the children don't see your commitment to their welfare,
As a father figure.
mommy can do whatever they like. Daddy can do whatever he likes. It won't work. The children must see. They also have to see that you are committed to their welfare, you care about them. Like I said, it's not about what you give them, physically. The emotions. He's not well, or he comes back from school and is feeling some way. What happened in school? Who did what? How did you do in class? If there's an encouragement, you give them encouragement. If there is correction that you have to help them with, oh, no. This thing that you said, you shouldn't have said it this way. You could have rather done it that way. With this lady's issue, I want to believe that when she came, the guy was already in his teens. And at that stage, they become very critical and suspicious of new people coming into their lives. And more so the one that is coming to permanently be with them. And yeah, this lady is coming to take my dad's time. I've been having this time with my dad. He's my buddy. Now you are coming to be like a barrier between me and my dad. If you don't create that relationship for him to understand that, no, you are not taking his dad away, but then you are in love and you want to transfer that love to him. Until he sees that, he's going to put at the front. And it's not going to be easy.
For you, you said at a point the children started calling you dad. Was it the same for your kids, calling the woman mother?
Okay, I would say my son was the first to call her mom because already he was very close to his mom. So when she came in, it was kind of a pleasant relief for him. So he clicked. Then the last one also clicked. But my first girl, she is, I wouldn't say she was a bit skeptical, but she's the type that wants to see certain things before she opens up.
It's normal. Normal with girls.
And girls are closer to their father.
Thank you.
Exactly.
This daddy thing, and yeah, we have our own fun and all that. So for my son and the last one, yes, but the older one was still calling her auntie. Okay, then my wife's niece was also calling her mommy. So I was trying to see how best I can move her from auntie to mommy with my daughter. Okay. And unfortunately, it didn't happen. You see, unfortunately, it didn't happen. But then I still, was hopeful that, one day, that click will happen and then we will move on.
Later on, I want to know at what point it didn't work. But
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think that this couple got it wrong on the first footing?
Not really. It was perfect. But somebody somewhere did not understand what he or she has gotten to, especially with the lady. Right now, the lady must do what I call total acceptance. Accept the fact that the boy was there before you came. One. Yeah. Accept the fact that you are now coming to become like a quasar mother. Accept the fact that you will never get things straight from the boy just like that. There's going to be opposition. There's going to be rejection. Accept it. When you get to that domain, then you can now reach out to the boy by dividing your conversation into three folds. The past of the boy, the present of the boy, and the future. Now, when you do that, at the point in time, the boy will come to realize that, oh, this woman cares. Yeah. So, not necessarily trying to draw in and say that, oh, so sorry that your mom has passed. No, you don't say that. Now, tell me, what has been your life when you were growing up? It's an opening. So, this boy will sincerely open up to discuss things with you. And currently, what is happening? Do you have a girlfriend? How do you do? How many girlfriends do you have? You start. Then that easiness comes in. Then, most importantly, you need to now look at how well you are in to prepare the tomorrow of this boy. If you can do that, that acceptance will come from the boy. That this is mommy like. So I will. So now, the lady in question must be able to accept the situation as it is.
How easy is this? I mean, for a 32-year-old,
yes,
probably the man is quite older.
Yes.
Because if he has a 17-year-old,
good.
Yeah. How is she going to do this? Probably she doesn't even have a sibling who is as old as the boy.
She should learn. Open up. That this is the first time I'm seeing this. I don't have any idea, but how do I do it? And that's what Phyllis said. You need to reach out to people who are going through the processes. How were they able to have done it? Pick up the pieces. Most importantly, lady, she should close up the doors by listening to outside friends. Don't listen to what they will say because they don't have the answers. You are the one there. So it's all about the woman being determined and said, okay, it's a bit tough, but I will do it. Just put that in your mind that it is not worse. The difficulty that is actually coming from the boy is as a result of you have not gotten to the terrain of which you want to build that relationship with. Every child has something I call the turf. They have their own turf. You cannot shout at them when they are in their turf. You lure them into their turf so that you can actually understand who they are. So this woman needs God's wisdom.
Exactly.
Not human knowledge. God's wisdom to tell the boy. And she should see the boy as a very mature person and not Usa. No, because he's a teenager, isn't it? So you should be able to know how well you can be able to discuss it.
Could it also be that she's dealing with him as a boy?
That is the issue.
That's the issue.
Not just a boy, a grown up, somebody I can reason with, somebody I can solicit support from. So you should let the boy feel that I am of importance in this house, and she's not doing that. While eradicating is no. The moment you do that, the boy will fight back. Exactly. So the disrespecting and not accepting what is coming from her is all because you are pushing the boy to do what you think. And it's not about what you want. Do what the boy wants. That is the work. Eddie.
Now, Phyllis, for women, is it that we find children difficult because of how we treat them, or sometimes stepchildren are naturally problematic? The word wicked stepmother.
I wouldn't say they are problematic. They will be problematic, depends on how you handle them. So like Uncle Edmata said, she's got work to do. And she should wake up to that reality that, look, I don't know this. And there's nothing wrong if you don't know how to do it. I mean, we don't go to school to learn about marriage and how to treat or raise children. So, okay, this is where I find myself. I love this man. I'm not leaving him. But I've got this challenge. I won't say a problem. I've got this challenge which I want to deal with. So, okay, on myself, I need to learn how to raise children, probably feedback. How does he correct him?
Exactly.
If you see him as a boy, you're going to deal with him. And sometimes, like I always say, if you want to change anything, look at yourself. Be in that position when you were 17 years. Or let me even go back. When you were 15 and your mother, probably your parents were correcting you. How did you take it? You thought that you knew everything and everyone around you didn't know what's up and all of that. That is how he's feeling now.
Exactly.
And mind you, he's been with his father all this while. You are the new person. So you are rather stepping in his space. You are in his space. So he is feeling that you came in my space and you almost taking over everywhere. If my mom was alive, I would. And sometimes, you know, boys, the way we train our boys, so that is how. And if he happens to have other maybe women or other people bringing, I don't think the father was the one that raised him solely. So if he goes out and he sees other people and their parents, the way they are together, he probably wish that, oh, if only my mom didn't die. So that resentment, that kind of pain could come in. So if he comes home and he doesn't get that kind of love, then he sees you as something that he needs to fight, or you are not supposed to be here. But like we said earlier, if you sincerely want to do something, you don't even take it as you want him to love you. Just see it as a task. Okay, I just want to help humanity. Even the Bible says that whatever you find yourself doing, do it with all your strength and your might. So this is something that, a project that I'm taking as a project. I want to make sure that I will try my possible best that I will bring this boy up to a certain speed, or bring it to a level where at least he would know. He himself can sit down and tell himself that, look, this woman really tried.
But, I mean, in reality, don't we have children that sometimes, stepchildren that give headache?
They do. But you know, maybe they do. We have people, stepchildren, who give headache, and you have your own children who can give you headache. But would you throw your child away because he gives you headache? Maybe your own children, if she had children, probably if she had maybe 13, 14, probably she will understand the dynamics better because she doesn't have any children. So probably she doesn't know how this whole thing plays about. But your own children can give you headache, and would you throw them away? That is the understanding from where I want her to look at it. If let's even take out as a child, the man didn't have any child, and you brought in maybe your younger brother to stay with you, and your brother is giving the man a hell of a time. Do you think the man would see it as a problem? Men sometimes swallow a lot of things, but sometimes women, we want to, okay, I'm not getting this, he's not doing this, and he's not doing that. I think she should get to a level where accept it. This is what you've chosen. Nobody chose it for you. I'm sure she had other options, but she thought that this is what is good for me. And nothing good comes easy. You definitely will have some challenges, and this will be her cross, so she should carry it. However, she should carry it. She has other options. She has an avenue to learn, and through this, she can be a better mother. When she starts giving birth, she will be a super mother to her own children. So I think she needs to take it as a project.
And hold on. Right, okay. I'll take your thoughts right after this break. This is Life Skills. We'll be back after this break. Stay with us.
Me, who knows tomorrow. I don't want to hide the good things from the good people of Ghana. So I'm moving from town to town on the AD Plus Keteke Road Show. And let me tell you about watching your favorite kid show, movies, telenovelas, sports, news, etc. and etc. in crystal clear, high definition picture.
This year, we know come to play. Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy, Mr. Drew. And I'm going to show you how to pause and rewind live TV. And also program your HD Plus decoder to record shows when you're not home.
Middle car. HD Plus will take care. Charlie, bring your phone, make a download my HD Plus app on it for you, so you can watch TV on your phone with free data every month. It's the AD Plus Keteke Rock Show. It will be fun and day and night music, drama. Don't mix it. Come there. Feel free.
Make I get my own. The name me HD Plus. I do how they get your own.
Junior, let's play riddle, riddle.
Riddle.
What was milky but is now milkier?
Milkier.
And yet even more in the pack. And they're your favorite.
Pack biscuits. More milkiness in every bite. And more biscuits in every pack. Pack biscuits. Pack up your day more. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back. This is Live Stills here on GHOneTV, proudly brought to you by Peck. Now, Peck is back again, bringing you the best, as they always do. Your favorite Peck biscuit has been made more milky, more tastier, with 2 extra biscuits in every pack you buy. And so for all your great moments, Peck has got you covered. Get your 16% extra promo pack in any shop near you for Pecky moments. You want to have that energy and also have that milky and a tastier feel on your tongue every day that you purchase your Peck biscuits. Now, Edward, you have been in a similar situation.
Yeah.
Do the children affect the relationship in general?
Yes, they do. They do.
How? Positively, negatively?
It depends on how you go in. Because if it's going to be positive, what mindset are you going in with? Absolutely. How are you approaching them?
Absolutely.
How are you relating to them? When they do something, how do you correct them? They assimilate these things and it builds on their psyche towards you. If you are always, yeah, I'm the man, I'm the lion here, everybody must respect me, they will be rebels. They will become rebels.
Exactly.
But when they see that, okay, even though they did wrong, after chastising and everything, you call them and then you are like, Charlie, this thing you did there, so please, next time, don't do it this way. Do this, do that. Say this, say that. They think, they are like, okay, he's teaching me something. They pick these little things that as adults, we take for granted. Okay? Because as we are going in, we have our selfish interest already. The woman. I have my selfish interest already. The woman. She has a selfish interest already. The man. The children are mostly secondary. And until we get to have that equilibrium where you are putting them at the same scale, letting them see that you are not just in for their mom, but you also care about them. Through your actions, through your words, through the things you give them, the passion with which you do it, the little things. Sometimes, for most men, it's about the woman. Charlie, you know. The men also have their issues. Oh, yeah, they have their issues.
Where are these some of your issues?
Well, you see, my primary motive, yes, is mommy. That was my primary motive. Now, everything else was to build that relationship that will ensure a very good blend, where there will be that kind of understanding where our children can relate and say, this is my sister, this is my brother. No, this is my mother's boyfriend's child, or my mother's husband's child, or my father's wife's child. No, where they should be. You know, they should have it that level where they'll find it easy to say, my sister, my brother, not my step.
Exactly.
Where the step does not come in. Because the
Were
moment...
you ever able to reach that stage?
I don't believe I really reached there. They were relating. For the children, they were relating. You know, because I have some videos and this person, she's my sister and I love her so much. And, you know, they were all over each other. Okay. But the thing is, I believe from the woman's side, I think the teenage thing, because my last child is 10 years, will be 11 this year. The first one is in the university now, first year. The second one is in SHS2. Okay, so that teenage thing was there. And what I see is that most women have that thing about teenagers, and they don't respect, and they are arrogant, and they are this and they are that, until we get to understand teenagers and how they think, how they feel. Because at that stage, they think they are also adults in their own world. And like he was saying, they have their turf. They want to reign, they want to rule. But how are you controlling, or how are you managing their reign and their rule? Where they will get to understand that, okay, Charlie, yeah, I think I am that, but I've not reached. I need to listen. I need to take instruction. You know, and how is the instruction given?
Exactly.
Are you still sleeping? Get up and come and do
Exactly.
this. He will mind you. He will mind you. Oh, Charlie, the house is this. Oh, Charlie, come and help me. Let's do this. Come and help me. Let's do that. Come and help me. It's not like you are leaving him to do it alone, but come and help me. It draws the child, because he's seeing that you are not leaving all the burden on him. She was complaining that he doesn't do anything in the house. But how are you getting him to do it? Oh, come and help. Thank you. Come and help me do it. So you are side by side doing it. During that period, you can be having those your little conversations that will make him trust you.
Exactly.
But now the boy doesn't trust him.
Not at all.
The boy doesn't trust him. And he has to win the boy's trust through some of these things. If she should look out for some of the things the boy likes and use them, you know, bit by bit.
But
right
how
now, it's not going
easy
to
will
be easy.
it be to know what the boy likes if he's not opening up? What if even the father doesn't know? Maybe he's on the surface level.
The father will certainly know. The father will certainly know. So if you, the woman, are not getting it from him, you can ask the father, what are some of his interests? Which places does he like to go? What movies does he like to watch? What tickles his fancy? Probably you could, oh, I want to take you out here. He'll be shocked. How did she get to know? But then it will mellow him, because, okay, after all, she's meeting me at a certain point, so let me go. Next time you find, oh, some kicks. Maybe he likes sneakers a lot. He likes some Nike or something. You check his size. You get his, shall I have a surprise for you? Have it. Look, those things, bit by bit. It's not going to be easy, but it's a step-by-step thing. To win a teenager's trust is not easy. It's a step-by-step thing. So she has to go it that way.
From what Eddie is saying and what Phyllis also said, you see, the lady should now get to that realization that I am marrying two people in the house. In fact, without the boy, there is no marriage. Neither without the man, there is no marriage.
But in all of this, hasn't this man been too silent in the equation?
For all you know, the lady had not gone in the discussion with him. Trying to play it on her own, which is dangerous. But this is where you need to involve this man. Let the man know that I think I'm getting all wrong in dealing with this boy. what is it that were you doing? How were you doing it? What are the plus and minuses of this boy? All right. The little I have seen is that he doesn't talk, but is that the way he is? You ask the man. So that conversation, wanting to know, must always detail to the man, the husband in question. If you, the woman, you are not prepared to do that, it won't work. And when Eddie was speaking, there's this thing that if you really want somebody to toe the line with you, you don't instruct. Anytime you go with instruction, your pitch is high. You shout. And when children of this nature get to hear the voice is higher, they will fight you. The best you can do is to suggest. So just like you were saying, if your conversation can go in more of suggesting, then it will lure the guy to come over to really partake in what you're trying. Again, you could also play the role of, today I want you to be by my side. Help me to learn. Help me to understand some few things. So you charge the boy, or you place the boy in some kind of authority that this time you are the one spearhead. And then you find out what are the likes. What is it that you want to do? Oh, probably I want to drive. Oh, hey, daddy, I'll talk to daddy and you drive. Try and give a little bit of inroads as to his wish being materialized from the daddy side. And all these, Lily, it goes with conversation with the boy. Upo, you are now the quasar mother of the boy. So this woman in question must be able to be prepared, accept, and roll it. You cannot say that because the boy is difficult, do Jawari. No way. No. Because if you leave because of the boy, you will leave the man as well.
But what if, like I was saying, the man is silent,
yes,
and so really he's not helping? What do you do?
That is what I'm saying, that has the lady really tabled this in front of this man? Has there been a discussion around it?
You know, sometimes when you, for men, you say, oh, give it time. Give it time, give it time.
Good. Give it time. But what are you also doing?
It could also be that maybe during the relationship, this woman, probably the expectation and then the promises, and I'm going to do this, probably the expectation from the man was so high. Was so high. So, and you know, some men will even tell you, no, I think that I would rather want him to stay with this person, but then because you love your husband, oh, no, don't worry, I think we have a bigger space, let him come over. So I don't know the negotiation they had before the marriage, which maybe it makes it difficult for the woman to go back to the man and say, look, I think I got it all wrong. I'm finding it difficult. Can you help me here? And if that is difficult for you to do, the man might not know, because I don't think that a man who raised his child from 8 years till 17 years would see something going wrong and would not, come in. He said, well, if the father instructs him, he listens. But if I do, he doesn't. How do you?
Because that's the man, he's known all his life.
So you have to. So I think through all that we said, what I'm thinking that would work for him, for her, is what Uncle Edimata said. He said that let the boy see that you care for him, even as adults in an office. If you have maybe you have a boss who cares for you,
are interested in you.
There are some bosses who get the objectives achieved, and that's it.
My way or the highway.
There are others, of course. There are others who call you. He sees potential in you. Okay, so I think you can do this. Oh, no. So he goes beyond your job description, and he wants to do other things. Have attention for you, because when he sees the potential in you, he wants to develop. Could you do that with this boy? Because he's a young boy. He doesn't know his left and right. And mostly men don't have time for some of these things, especially when they are bringing in the money. I don't know her job, her role, and what she's doing. But if you can take it upon yourself, look, what do you want to do? And then how do you want to, do you think, what courses are you studying? Do you think this is going to help you? If you are not even an expert in that area, you can speak to someone. You have colleagues, schoolmates who are in the corporate world doing good. You can contact them and just try to, you can even pair them with an expert who you think can help the boy, develop him. When he sees you are putting in an effort into his life, he will come around.
You might. Isn't always the case that, this boy will see that you're making effort. Listen, it's frantic efforts to get him to get into his space, but he's still putting a blockade.
Everyone has a price. You just need to know how the right amount to pay. So he might have a spot that you need to hit. And like he said, the dad might know. Would definitely know because I raised my child. I know what he likes and he does not like. Unless, of course, this boy is I don't know, super difficult or...
But don't you have people like that?
Everyone. People are difficult. But even bosses who are difficult, he just won't, no, get a job done. I don't care if you're tired. Just get it done.
Like someone once said, if yes, you'll be one master.
Exactly.
Let me take a few comments coming here from our viewers. Jennifer Neyram on Facebook says, why should you bother about someone old enough to reason with you but has refused to? And we will blame it on youthful exposure or whatever. An animal who wants to be caged will be caged. Allow him, give him space. If he cook and he eats and leaves the bowl, never talk. Let him live the life he wants to live. Never complain to the dad about his behavior. Honestly, your message is long, but I beg to differ. Mozo Huawei says, give him all the space he needs. Concentrate on your marriage. Perhaps he's yet to be exposed to life and he'll surely run back if he makes up.
He's part of the marriage.
Exactly.
The boy is part of the marriage. Yes.
Atrefi Arthur says, please live your marriage life and stop trying to control. Okay, so I think what you're trying to say is live your marriage life and stop trying to control a 17-year-old teenager. If you want peace, leave him alone and do what you can. He doesn't need advice at his age. Mind your business. I don't know why women always find a problem when they marry a man who has a kid, but expect men to love them and their children when they are born one.
He's speaking from experience.
I can feel it.
Another person says, I'm a stepchild to someone and I know how it felt when my dad remarried. There's so many bad tales about stepmothers who often draw our own conclusion. We often draw our own conclusions about you before you even step in the house. We are expecting to be maltreated by you, so we are ready to put up a front when you try. Could be the reason for his disrespect. Let me take the final one. Yes, they do. My fiancé beat my 4-year-old boy with a broom.
What?
And due to that, I had to call off our wedding.
Of course. If you're not married yet and he's doing this, I'm definitely not going to sign up for this. Not 4 years.
Exactly. Exactly.
But Lily, there's a missing link. I want to hear from this lady. The first day she steps into the house, what was the introduction like?
What was the introduction?
This is a missing link. What was the reception of the boy? Was it receptive or adamant? This woman should be able to know it. And you pick it from there. You see, when a man is introducing, watch how the line goes. Kwazi, brah, I mean you. Kwazi, where are you, auntie? Kwazi, we're not better here. When you go by that tangent, then the boy start picks to see who is of importance here. Will this woman be able to become the mother I want to have? But even look at the introduction that was given. Normally these things are the missing links.
Yes, some men, at least he tried even introducing. Some men of today will not even introduce.
That is disaster.
But should her first port of call be concentrating on the relationship with the child, or first off settle in the marriage?
You mean the man or the woman?
See,
the woman.
I see it from this point. You should be able to strike a balance. Should be able to strike a balance.
But how do you do that?
You see, what happens is this. From a man's perspective, you love the woman so much, you want to settle with her, and the children are also there. You cannot ignore them.
Sure.
So the love you are showing to the mother must rub off the children.
Right.
It must rub off the children. The compassion that you are giving her, some must rub off them. Thank you. Sure. Love me like that. Love me and my children. This is who they are.
That's right.
You see, sometimes we want to take control. We want to be in charge immediately.
That's my home.
I am the woman here. I am the man here. So what I say is what goes. You know, but you have to negotiate because naturally they are not into you in the first place. You need to work them into you.
Sure.
So if they are seeing that bossy nature of yours, they gather. They also have their plan.
Exactly. You shouldn't make a mistake.
And you will be so
You shouldn't make a
miserable.
mistake of. Don't say that.
That is deadly.
Don't do the recalling. And I don't know whether she has passed a comment of that nature before.
I'm sure she's listening.
That will let the boy become tough and difficult.
Yeah.
Never use my dead mother in your speeches. And that woman shouldn't do it.
Yes.
Because
And funny mommy in Berkutia. Until they name the Kutia Mammy Wuya. Don't say those things. So you should rather embrace the boy. Don't sympathize with the boy, but empathize with the boy. Very important. Because when the sympathy goes, what you're supposed to do. But when you're empathizing with the boy, you want to lift the boy out of that.
Exactly.
So this woman, I was saying, God should speak to her to get to the point realizing that, look, it is my duty as a wife. It is part of my responsibility of coming to this house. What is it that I'm marrying? This boy is part of it. Without this boy, there is no marriage for me. She should try and reorient herself on that basis. As a dear man. And she should stop discussing issues outside the box. In other words, friends. And
She should rather discuss it with the husband.
with the husband. And they should have
and
the
find a way
fantastic.
to open the boy.
Let me come in briefly here.
Because our time is actually
yes,
up,
I
so
had
just
to,
few seconds.
Yes, I had to negotiate even as to, okay, when I'm over there, I like my football. So we got to a point where the moment I'm there, it's a Wednesday, there's Daddy, is there football today? Yes, okay, then you can have the television. Because we've reached that level. When they're watching their
compromise.
There's a compromise. When they're watching their cartoons, I don't disturb them. Sometimes I will even join them. Oh, we'll laugh and all that.
You're bonding.
They you see, until that thing is well done, there will be that front. There will always be that front.
Friction.
That friction.
Phyllis, finally, before we go, the
So-
woman is obviously listening and watching us.
Yes, so if you're listening, my advice to you and to other women who may be in the same relationship, wanting to result in marriage, if you think that it's going to be easy, it's not going to be easy.
No way.
As we are discussing and you're watching, tell yourself that, look, this is what I'm going to face. If you're not ready for the excess challenges that you need to go through, have a second thought. But if you think that this is what I'm going into, then be ready for the consequences and be ready to learn. Because in every aspect of our lives, we learn. So in her situation, she has to learn. And I don't blame her so much because she said, I'm not used to having people around, taking care of people. So yes, she's accepted. And I like that because then she's come to a reality that I don't know it. Yes. She's had that reality check and then she knows this is where I am. So then, since you're here and you've come here, we are discussing it, it's one step. Listen to other people.
Done it.
A counselor is here. Reach out to him. See other, probably in his school, people that he relates very well with, that you think they can speak to. Try and all these avenues and work on yourself first. How do you love people? How do you work a relationship when there's a stepchild? Read. Information is everywhere these days. Don't sit in your room and think that there's no help. Like he said, speaking to people will not help. Okay, so research on yourself and then find out people who have raised stepchildren and have become successful. Find out what is the secret. How did you do it? I'm not able to go about it. What should I do? And you'll pick some great thoughts in there to help her achieve whatever it is that she is in her marriage.
And if it doesn't work, should she walk away?
She shouldn't. She should keep praying. Because a stepchild cannot let you walk out of a marriage. I mean, people are going through. I'm not saying, of course, if it's the extreme, he's shooting you or probably he's threatening you with. I mean, that one, of course, is not but it's not gotten to that level yet. I think she just
this is workable. This is new.
It's workable. And the mother is not even there to give you stress. So for her, I think that she's lucky.
Thank you very much, Edward Alex Boy. He's a teacher at MCS International High School. Phyllis Kwenu, she's an organization learning and development consultant and certified skills transfer trainer. And our very own Kweku Edumata is a counselor and life coach. This show is proudly brought to you by Peck Biscuits. Thank you very much to all the people who make this happening. My producer, camera, sound, light, everybody, the floor, everybody. I appreciate you so much. My name is Lily Mohammed. Have a good night. I'll see you next Wednesday.